Investors certainly like Bitcoin in this environment, given the fact that we have seen significant flows and volumes over the past couple of hours, right?
That's exactly right. Over $30 billion in volume. And I wouldn't disagree with him in terms of being a skeptic when it does come to Bitcoin, but it serves an incredibly important function, particularly in this kind of environment. If you think about the situation that is ongoing with Russia, Ukraine, and a lot of the nations that are within that region that are intrinsically tied to Russia for trade, because that also impacts their forex trading and their devaluation of their currencies, countries like Kazakhstan. But if you take a look, Bitcoin right now sitting at 43,236. Okay, here we go. Here's that ruble daily trade volume. Take a look at the chart on the right. Look at the right-hand side there where you can see the absolute spike in ruble-denominated trade into Bitcoin. All of this coming as we've seen the ruble being incredibly devalued, like you have been talking about on your show throughout the course of the last few days. But if you come back to where we are sitting in terms of the Bitcoin pricing, that 43,000, just this time yesterday, you were trading at around about 38,000. This is $5,000 that it has been put on over the course of the last 24 hours. And what's important when it does come to this, if you remember even just in the news flow that was coming through last night even, or later afternoon, your time, Dan, when you remember the fact that you've got all of these banks that are seeing runs on their currencies, the fact that some banks might be failing in Europe because of people trying to pull out currency, this all makes sense because at the same time as you have all of this activity in Russia, all of this activity in Ukraine, people trying to get into Bitcoin, you've also got to remember that there are a whole heap of traders that are trying to jump on the back of this momentum as well to see the gains that you generally expect as a trader, Dan. So it's serving an important function. It's helping people that don't want to lose value in their currency, but it's also a lot of traders that are pouring in to try and make money on the upside.